guess we're gonna wrap this up, but I wanted to get your thoughts first on what you think about the short-term accommodation industry and how that's really taken off in the last few years with like Airbnb, and
Yes.
I think they even have like short-term rental association and all this sort of thing. Like, as a property management company, have you guys sort of gotten into that yourselves, or has that become like a bit of a threat, or how has it panned out for you guys?
Look, I think it depends. See, it's not as easy an answer. I'll tell you why. Because if short term is done right, it's a really good investment. So it pays good money. So why would you not want to do it? But has to be done right.
Yeah.
Right. This is something you and I can talk about as well. Is what do you think is the impact of having short term tenancies in your buildings?
Yeah.
Is a problem.
Yep.
Right. So that means that it's not being done right. As a business for us, I don't think, I mean, in my tenure, I don't think we have done short term, and we don't plan to do short term. We do long term. But why I'm saying it's not an easy answer, because it's with the market and the owners. You will always have conservative investors or conservative people, and you'll always have aggressive people in a mix, right? Conservative people want a steady flow of income, so they will always like the long-term situation. And you have the young as in not age-wise, but young aggressive investors who want maximum return out of the thing, and they're happy to take a little bit of extra risk. They might go for the Airbnb situation. But again, the impact that it creates in buildings as an environment or a community is something that needs to be addressed, because that's where the problem is coming from. If that is done right, I think we can coexist. It's not really a threat. It is see, again, it's about adaptability. If we feel like there's a huge demand for short term and it's been done right, why don't we do it? Maybe we can do it right because we already have a good experience of 20 plus years of running a property management industry. So, I mean, industry as in a company. So we know what we can do. If we are doing short term, we'll do it the right way. That's what I'm saying. So it's not as easy as an answer, but as building managers also, we know what it's doing to the environment.
Mate, I've got a couple of opinions on it too. Like, there's a company that we do a fair bit of work with in that space who do it really well, and it's like, mate, that's how it should be. And I think everybody should adopt that particular model, and their customer service side of things is really good, where the opposite side of the coin is that, an owner just whacks a lockbox on the outside of the building and gives them the code and goes, there's the keys and good luck with your stay. The company that we do the work with does not operate like that. They have a personal touch in a lot of
hand
cases.
Hand
to hand, they're actually there in person. The disruption that we get in the building is that, all these people that rent out the short-term stays, they're there for a good time. They're not there for a long time. It usually involves a raging great party or getting home late and banging around or whatever. And that's the perception and the problem of that industry, is that you get these people that come in, disrupt the building for the weekend, then they bugger off. You never see them again. But they've left potentially a trail of destruction. In some cases, they actually have.
Yeah.
So
leave the rubbish outside, bang punch a hole in the wall of the common area, or piss on the lift, and
all of the above at the same time.
All of the above at the same time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've seen it all.
But it's whether or not we accept that and we say, well, okay, that used to be the domain of the hotels, but then why haven't they sort of pivoted more to pick up more of the short-term stay business themselves? They've kind of let it happen to them, really, the hotel industry, in a lot of ways.
Yes, I mean, true, but we also, again, it's a progress thing. If somebody's come up with a cool idea like Airbnb, we can't stop people from choosing what they want to do as well.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying before about a disruptor.
Yeah,
like Uber.
Yeah, like Uber.
Disruptive.
Yeah, I mean, but see that, but again, that brings me back to that point. The policy, instead of changing and saying, look, we will not do this because it's so disruptive and this is causing a lot of problems, how can we put safety measures in place so that not everyone's going to be happy, but everyone can have a balance of the thing. Like, for example, in our buildings, it's easy. If you're running an Airbnb operation, then you pay 10% or 20% more, so we can accommodate the cost behind it. If your property has been flagged multiple times with causing problems, then we kind of it's like we'll cancel your license to run a short-term Airbnb operation in your apartment, or a company that's not doing the right things can be asked to leave from that building. And there is a good opportunity for the hotels, like you said, to jump in and say, look, we'll be more
yeah.
we'll provide you more competition.
That used to be their market. Now that's kind of been swallowed up, or a big chunk of it's been bitten off by the Airbnb.
Yeah,
and
but see, it's easier.
short-term stay.
It's easier. Sometimes these hotels will cost you a lot more than renting an Airbnb apartment.
Yeah,
Why would you not? And there's ease because there's more. It's quieter in a sense for the person who's renting it, and it's not like you said. Sometimes you don't want to go to a hotel; you just want a quiet space.
Yeah.
To do your funny business.
Oh, look, I do. Yeah, I think there's definitely it's too far gone now for not to be part of the landscape.
Yeah.
But I just think there's got to be some smarter thinking around how
to manage it,
the outcomes are achieved,
and
how it's managed. Yeah. So I guess it's one of the things that's going to probably unfold in the next few years, and I think it's about a maturing of that industry as well. You know, like industries take some time to get over the changes, to get over how it's going to work, and then you see things maturing and settling down. We're probably not quite seeing it yet in that market. All we've seen is people go, we don't want to have that in our building, and it's like you can't really tell.
You can't really tell owners
what to do with their property.
Properties, exactly. Yeah. So, look, like you said it very, very. That was bang on. Like, it's too far to stop it, and now we can only, contain it in a way that it's good for everyone.